Hey everyone, my name's Amanda. I'm kind of new here. So for the whole month of May, we have been recreating Mom's meals. Here is a playlist. Did you see it up there in the thingy? Maybe it was over here. It doesn't matter. So I had somebody tell me that their mom's meal was a hamburger wiggle. What? What was that? One of the things that my husband and I do is we go to the used bookstore and we get books for my grandfather, audiobooks and whatnot. And I'm already always perusing like, is there an old church cookbook? I'm gonna look. Well, I found something better. I found dining during the Depression. And I found a recipe for a hamburger wiggle. You know what? I'll just type it out, or if I can, I'll put it down below. Well, looking at this recipe, it is half an onion, chopped. Let me go into my freezer and find the stuff I'm gonna cheat with. Onion, chopped, done. 1 pound of ground beef. Hey, guess what? I cheat. What I'll do is I will put a boatload, like 5 pounds, in my Instapot, let it go, and then break it up into smaller containers. Helpful. Can of corn with juice. I got this in my pantry. 1 can cream of mushroom soup. Bam! And it's gluten-free. It's from Aldi. Here, like a YouTuber. 4 to 5 medium potatoes. Well, I'm fresh out of potatoes. But I have Idaho Spuds hash browns, and it said a quart of milk. I got some milk I need to use. Heck yeah, we're making hamburger wiggle for dinner. I hope it's as good as that guy remembers. Oh, and so let's go to the, the thing that cooks it. Stove. So the very first thing that this recipe tells me is to saute onions and bacon drippings. I suppose if you wanted to brown your hamburger. Oh wow, that's a lot of it. They said a tablespoon. Guess what? That's what we got. We're using it. That's about a tablespoon. Right? Right. And saute your onions in that. Well, my onions are, well, they're frozen because, I cheat where I can. So we're going to just let that go for a few moments. If you're smart enough, to do this with maybe raw or thawed onions. Yeah, I wasn't that smart today. Also, every cooking show I've ever watched has told me to season things as I cook. You want those layers of flavor. So, yeah, okay, this here, my mix, my catch-all, it has a little bit of everything in it. But I'm also going to put more black pepper. And a little more salt, because I don't think I have a lot of that going on in the ground beef that's coming up. And this isn't chopped. It's sliced thinly. Because I do believe my husband used a mandolin when he did this for me a few weeks back, and I am so grateful. Okay, next thing, throwing in my already cooked hamburger, because I got it. Why not use the shortcuts where you can? And so what we'll do is we'll let this, well, also thaw and come to temp. The recipe does say it tastes better the next day. I've had this cooking on high because I wanted everything to kind of thaw. I have now turned my stove down to like a medium temp. That probably is a better temp to bring all the other stuff in. Which is a can of corn. And a can of cream of mushroom soup from Walmart. It is gluten-free. Cool, it came out in one glob. Nice. I'll let this kind of homogenize for a minute, you know, all melt together and do its thing. And at this point, I'm going to add some more black pepper, because in my house, there can rarely be enough, just like garlic. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add to this will be the potatoes. Now, I just am using one package of seven servings of the hash browns, because that's what I got. But the recipe says 4 to 5 potatoes. Alright, so we've got that mixed, and then as they said, then the recipe says a quart of milk. I don't know if I'm going to use a quart, but I have to use it up real soon. Depending on how soupy we like it. The recipe says to bring this to a simmer, but not a boil. So I'm actually going to turn the temp down, and I think this might be enough. I'm going to add some more black pepper, more salt, and more of my catch-all because, well, using up what I got, right? I suppose if you had something else you wanted to add, you could. When my husband comes home, this should be done. This is on a low temp, so I'll put the lid on it. Okay, so I found another recipe, which is almost the same thing, but they used peas, and they added tomato soup, or tomato sauce. Well, I don't have any tomato sauce, but I did make it soupy, and I have homemade tomato paste. So we're going to throw that in there. It's frozen in cubes. We throw 3 of them in. It's like a tablespoon each. And then they mix in the recipe, which sounded really good to me. They mixed in cheese. And, well, I love cheese. Okay, so this is meat, potatoes, corn, cream and mushroom soup, milk, and now tomato paste. Because why not? Bring your inspiration wherever, get your inspiration wherever you can, right? Change of plans. We added the tomato. We pretty much are mixing together 2 different recipes. And that's okay. You get your inspiration wherever you can. But here's what I found in my fridge downstairs. I have really expensive cheddar. I want to snack on this. But I do have pepper jack. And my husband volunteered to shred. So I'll see in a moment when it's all shredded. The hub shredded the cheese. We're just pouring it in. And we're going to mix it up because we can. Now, is this going to be a healthy meal? No. But I think some of the meals that were during the Great Depression, and what I have to say about mom meals is they are affordable. They are filling. They taste pretty good, I hope. They get the job done. Right? Alright, so now, because I have this in a cast iron pan, I can throw this directly into the oven. I'll probably put it in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. And, we'll see how it turns out. And, well, it's pretty liquidy. I don't think I did this right. I think maybe mixing the 2 recipes was a bad call. But maybe it's a delicious call. Either way, this stuff is super hot and it's molten lava. And we've got like tortilla chips if it tastes yucky. Or if it needs it. But so far, it looks edible. So this definitely is kind of liquidy. But it's been in the oven for, I don't know, like half an hour, 40 minutes. And so, since I think I did it wrong, well, oh well, we've got tortilla chips that need to get used. We have bread, we have things, but what I think I'm going to do first before I start serving it up that way, let it cool off. So this is what it looks like. Now, I'm going to highly suggest you do a veggie on the side, maybe a salad. So I'm going to highly suggest that maybe you read all the recipe. Yeah, because I didn't. But, hey, it's liquidy. It's food. It'll work tonight. And, if we have to, we can mix in other stuff. So I have a spoon. I have a bowl. Kind of, after looking at it, I wish I had more veggies. But if this turns out awful, actually, I know all the ingredients. They'll be fine. But if it needs a little thing more, there's very little salsa I can't fix. Right. It's not bad. It's just ugly. While I have your attention, thanks to my husband for putting up a new ceiling fan. And if you guys like what you see here, like, subscribe, tell your friends. You know that jazz. And Wally is like licking his lips behind me. So silly. You guys have a great day. Bye.